You are now rocking with the Cool Cats and me, the D.E.V. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a serious problem. And by we, I mean those of us who have these cats in our home. Cat lovers, if you will, which is even more ridiculous. Something is wrong with us. Seriously. We are people who willingly now live with beasts that invade every square inch of our homes with fur. Folks, that's just nasty. Now you have to admit it. The first step to recovery is admitting that you have a problem. Family, I'm nasty. There, I said it. And I feel so much better already saying it out loud. And you can do it too. If you have a cat and you can hear the sound of my voice, I want you to type in the comments, I'm nasty. You'll feel so much better. Now, folks, I've gone on and done it. I've scheduled an appointment to see someone, a professional, someone that can work on my head because I have a problem. My appointment is next Wednesday. So I also want you guys to leave in the comments when you schedule your appointment. I believe in you. You can do it. Now let's talk cat fur. It's everywhere. There's nowhere that it's not. Let's start with the carpet. So, if you have cats, you know that no matter what you do, it's cat hair in the carpet. I mean, you can vacuum. I have that little, what is that? That little odorizer stuff that you put down. And, you know, of course, that's for smell and deodorizing and all of that. And of course, you got to clean your carpets. But I'm telling you, even after I've cleaned the carpets, in a day or maybe a couple of days, you can just brush your hand on the carpet and you can see cat fur. It's incredible. And don't have hardwood floors because we have some of those in here too. I mean, as soon as you mop the floor, within an hour, there's cat hair. Hey, if you're enjoying the video, make sure you hit subscribe and the notifications bell so that you don't miss any future content. And what do you do about the furniture? I mean, it's on the furniture, the tables, the chairs. Let's talk about the tables. I mean, if you have a cat, now see, I have 3 cats. And so maybe it's more because I have 3. But You can't walk past a table and not see cat hair. Batman, it's the truth. It's probably all you. You you see what I'm saying? He always trying to argue. But that's a fact. And you can dust it, you can this, you can that. It's just an incredibly crazy way to live. And what about, speaking of tables, how about the kitchen counters? And so, guys, I said it's nasty, but what do? I mean, is it just me, or does something crazy go through your mind when you wipe off the kitchen counters and come back later that night and it's cat fur? How about the bed? Okay, so now I don't know if you say fortunately or unfortunately, because there's definitely benefits to it, but two of my cats sleep in the bed. And the other one, bruh, man, he gets in the bed. He don't, when I wake up in the morning, he not there. So I don't know what he be doing. But consequently, it's always cat hair in the bed. And then I went through a phase of it was getting on my nerves, so y'all can't get in the bed. After your cat's been used to get in the bed, try keeping them out the bed. Then, so you gotta shut the door. You shut the door as a man at night with the door closed. I don't feel comfortable because I don't know. I guess it's me being an urban cat and been through and been in the environments I've been in. I always look over my shoulder. Whenever I go to a restaurant, I never sit with my back to the door. I mean, it's just me. I'm not going to sleep with my door closed. If somebody breaking your house, you don't even know. So I tried that. Once you open the door, though, when you go to sleep, they getting in the bed. So cat hair in the bed. And folks, I like to think I got a little style, some swag, right? I'm tired of going places and people brushing me saying, do you got a dog? Do you got a cat? It's so embarrassing. You can't have cats and have clothes that don't have cat hair. Maybe for a little while, if you brush it good, you can get most of it. But you got cat hair on your clothes. And this is the last one I'll bring up as far as this point that I'm making. And this is the worst. Cat hair in your food. Oh my God. Have you all, I'm sure you have, been eating and just looked at your food, just like stop for a minute and notice cat hair? I'm sure if I had my stomach pumped right now, it would be full of cat hair. Why do I put myself like this? Through this, I should say. The other day, guys, now I'm to the point where I got a little gray in my beard or whatever, right? The other day I woke up, wiped the sleep out my eyes, getting ready to wipe off my face. And you know, bruh man, they don't care. They start doing stuff. Now they've been quiet for the last hour. Soon as I start filming, here they come. They know what they doing. The Cool Cats. Anyway, what was I saying? So, I'm washing up in the morning. And you know, as you get a little older, you see a gray hair here, a little whatever blemish here there is, all part of maturing, right? But I saw this long gray hair growing out of my cheek. I'm like, oh my God, what happened? This happened overnight. It was a cat hair. Folks, let me tell y'all what I personally think. This is a more serious problem than we think. If we're not careful, we could be taken over by cat hairs. I'm serious. Now, this brings me to, there's this TV show that for a long time I said I never watched this. I'm not in the horror movies or whatever. Just don't do it for me. But it was a real popular TV show years ago, and you would hear people talking about it all the time. It's called The Walking Dead. I thought it was so dumb. But anyway, over the last year or so, I said, let me, I had, now that well, I'm not even going to say that, but now that I have a little bit more time on my hands, I'll say it that way. I was watching Netflix, flicking through. I said, let me see what this thing is all about. And so I started watching The Walking Dead. Now it's 11 seasons. I'm not watching 11 seasons. I think it was good. It kind of like the binge watchy thing. But I think I watched like 6 seasons. But you know now, probably all of y'all have seen The Walking Dead. And this is the point I'm making. You know, in The Walking Dead, the dead people took over the planet, right? And no matter what you did, they kept coming back, kept coming back. You killed them. They kept coming back. Even when you figured out you gotta kill them in their head, that one would die, but they would keep multiplying because when somebody 2 miles away got eaten by one, the more one you killed, 5 more sprung up. And it seemed like in that movie, but in that TV show, it was a situation you couldn't get out of. Could you imagine? Whatever you do, they just won't go away. That's us with these cat hairs. Now, y'all know me. I'm all about that research. I'm a researching food. So I've been doing some research, And I found that there are meetings out there for people like us. They call them CA meetings. CA meetings. Cats Anonymous. And I've been practicing. Let me show y'all. Hold up. Hello there. My name is D.E.V. and I'm a cataholic. Find a meeting. Now, I used to breed dogs some years ago, and the dogs that I had were American Bulldogs, right? And for the most part, my dogs stayed in the house. Now, they went outside, but I would say they were 70% in the house, 30% outside. Now, that was an experience, and I've had dogs a lot of my life. Some of y'all, you've been watching me for any period of time, you know that. But the reason I bring this up is that these were the first dogs that I had that were white, that had white fur, right? I told myself, never again. So I had a male and a female. The male was named Caesar. The female was named Cleopatra, right? And the dog shed. And the reason I bring this up is because these dogs had white fur. Now, white for animals that shed and the fur is white, oh my God. Now, fur is everywhere, but white fur, you can see it with the eye on everything. It's very, very visible, okay? And so I vowed that, and I love the American Bulldogs, but you know, y'all know I'm planning to get some dogs, but that's one thing I took into consideration. I never again will get a animal with white hair. So with cats, any animal I'm looking at, now Batman and Robin, they have like a tannish fur. And I was a little reluctant to that because I'm like, how close is that to white? And it's a lighter color, but it's not white. For all of y'all who have cats that have white fur, how do y'all do it? When I was looking for cats, one of the criterion that I had, and I looked for cats that behave like dogs, right? Another criterion was I looked for cats that didn't shed or shed very little. And that's how I came up on the breeds that I did. The Devon Rex breed was supposed to not really shed a lot, okay? And then Brahman is a Bombay cat, a black cat. They not supposed to shed a lot. Folks, that was a lie. These cats shed like crazy all the time. Now, when they said they don't shed a lot, if this is not a lot, for y'all out there who cats don't fall into that category, what's a lot? For those of y'all who looking for these breeds that don't shed, a few more are Russian blue, a Sphinx, and a Siamese. But based on my experience, when they say they don't shed, I wouldn't trust them. Now, if y'all do find cats, or if you have cats that don't shed, please let me know so I can trade mine in. for a newer model. Now, even if your animals shed and get on your nerves, make sure you treat them well. They didn't ask to be there with you, but now all they have is you. Treat them like family, fam.